Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. 2 o'clock p.m. Saturday, mid September of 2018, and yeah. So I went to that political meeting, and it was great because yeah, I had to leave early because I got some work to do, but yeah, it's great to see old friends. They're to me they're like angels. Heaven sent. Very kind and generous to me. Yeah, friends are great. It's great to have friends, and it's also great to meet people outside work. Because if I don't do this political activity, which is just attending the meetings as an audience, if I don't do this, the only people I interact with are people at work because I don't have a family here. Okay, so it's good to. I used to go to bars. Sometimes, very rarely, I do. I go to bars and local bars and talk to townspeople, which is also great. And yeah, it's healthy to interact with a diverse pool of people. So, uh, I get no dates, and so I don't really hang out with friends. And yeah, going to political meetings to me is like hanging out with friends. So it was good. Okay. All right. So what do we talk about today? We are kind of wrapped up in this Copium channel because it's a big area in humanology. Okay, Copium channel. Yeah, it's so big because basically what Copium channel is about is that it is about sorry it's about Copium channel is about what's that sorry, I forgot to. I'll be right back. I forgot to take out my so yeah, what Copium channel is about is that it's about categorizing systemically and combinatorially categorizing all the human interaction or interpersonal interaction or personal, like individual activity. Any human activity can be categorized as some copium transfer along the copium channel. So yeah, I'm sorry it's getting very long in this sole subject, but it is important. So I think it's worthwhile to investigate and invest our time here. So copium transfer. Let's do interpersonal copium transfer. Okay, we already talked about this. You have A, you have B, right? Now you are sucking up this positive copium from B to A. You get happy, and B get unhappy. Okay, so like taking money off of B, like theft. Okay, like A is making fun of B, and this is equivalent to negative copium going that way. Okay, like you insulting B. Okay, you are insulting, you're dissing B. Okay, and same thing. Okay, it's just different way to look at it. All right. Why? Because you multiply negative one here, negative here, so you flip the sign, and you multiply negative in this arrow, so it flips the direction. So minus one times minus one equals positive one, right? So it's that concept. All right. So this is one thing I wanted to talk about. Just occurred to me and then it went away. Yeah, quality and quantity, right? So what copium is, copium equals, uh, copium equals what? Something of value plus something of quantity, right? And value can be thought as quantity. Value can be seen as quality or directionality. So, meaning copium is like one-dimensional vector. Okay, it's as a actually copium can be thought of as an n-dimensional vector as well because there's so many different kinds of directionality. So, but for simplification, you may develop this theory further, all right, later on. But for now, we want to simplify it as much as possible because human phenomena, metaphysical world is very intricate, diverse, complex, complicated, but it's not insurmountable. It is understandable, right? Through experience. Now, we want to systematically analyze those things and categorize and we want to make it into some kind of academic discipline because psychology failed to do it, right? So we are starting a new chapter. We are just starting from scratch. That's what we call humanology here. And so directionality, yeah, scalar is just one-dimensional vector, right? Plus and minus, just one-dimensional directionality. And so in copium, we categorize as something good or something bad. Doesn't matter no matter what it is. Happiness is good, money is good, health is good. Okay, there are many different good things, but we just say they are just positive. They have positive value. Okay, we are lumping those good things together and lumping bad things together like pain, suffering, embarrassment, and sadness, all that stuff, frustration. We lump them together as a negative emotion. Okay, so yeah, but yeah, quality, value can be negative value, positive value, right? So yeah, it's a one-dimensional vector which is scalar, all right? So that's copium. And kind of getting cold, man, because it is more and more so become winter in Alaska. So I just presented you myself, suit and tie, right? So that should be enough. I don't have to stay there with the whole couple of hours. So I'm gonna put on my comfortable winter jacket. I put this winter jacket on like all year, even in summer, because summer is not that hot in Alaska. All right. Okay. Yeah, so copium transfer, you're taking away somebody's happiness to yourself. You are making fun of somebody, okay? And let's make some example. We also talked about microcosmos versus macrocosmos, right? Let's say Donald J. Trump and journalists. Journalists are making fun of Donald J. Trump, President Trump, because they write an article about him or they draw some cartoons about him. So it's like mosquitoes biting a lion, right? Lion King. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Donald Trump anymore. I used to be, but I'm very disappointed at him and his performance. He's doing many good things. Okay, I don't deny that, but I realize I can do better. So he no longer is one of my heroes. Okay, yeah, past mentor, but I never met him, and but I read his books and I learned from him. But I think he does need to go in 2020, and I should replace him. Okay, in 2021. Um, that's why I'm running against him. But yeah, so media is kind of like mosquitoes. They're tiny little people. For they're bigger than me. I'm talking about like New York Times, uh, Washington Post, those big ones, okay, or NBC, MSNBC, ABC, CNN. Those, yeah, they are a lot bigger than me, but they're still smaller than uh, president. So yeah, they're kind of bugging Donald J. Trump a little bit here and there. So, but it doesn't have much if impact or effect or influence, right? It's just annoys Donald J. Trump a little bit, but that's about it. Just like mosquito biting a lion, okay? So, but yeah, again, I'm not a huge fan of Donald J. Trump anymore, all right? Because he tried to kick me out of this country. Not he directly, he doesn't know me. Just his this anti-immigration policy. I was born in this country legally, legitimately, but his to him, to his policy, according to his people, I'm kind of a suspect, because I have foreign association. I lived in South Korea for nearly 2 decades, although I was born here. So maybe they may think I fall into that category where there's a high risk group, like the kind of group that may be faking their passport and whatnot. So they apply this heightened scrutiny when I apply for renewal of my passport. So I was very pissed. So yeah, I don't like Donald J. Trump anymore. Okay, so yeah, am I so childish? Yeah, probably, but whatever. Okay, if I'm childish, yeah, then I'm childish. Whatever, man. Uh, okay. Uh, so yeah, that's let's say this is media. Okay, media. This Donald J. Trump. They write this article that puts Donald J. Trump in a very negative light, or a cartoon they make fun of Donald J. Trump, portraying him as a baby or not, right? That's the Copium channel, okay? And through that channel, if Donald J. Trump sees it, and then he feels bad, and media is making fun of him, so they feel happy. Donald J. Trump unhappy, okay? So it's a copium transfer. If you remember, we covered this long time ago, I think. What is definition copium transfer? There's a single event, okay, some kind of event, and because of this single event, A feel happy, and B feel unhappy. B feel down, A feel up, elevated, elated. B feel dejected, depressed. I don't like that word, depression. Okay, if embarrassed, saddened, whatever. Then we say there's copium transfer from B to A. Okay. Uh, Yeah, positive copium. So in terms of in mathematics, we say one is shorthand for plus one, right? Positive one. Copium, same way. If you just say copium, it means positive copium, okay? So that's copium transfer, and it's a vector, unlike copium, just scalar, okay? So by vector, we mean n-dimensional vector, multi-dimensional vector, because scalar is just one-dimensional vector, okay? So vector is more a broader concept than scalar. It includes scalar, okay? Okay, so because why is copium transfer a vector? Because they can be C, D, and copium transfer happens all to all those different people in all different directions. Because in human space, humanological space, like n-dimensional Cartesian coordinate space, each dot, each location, each spot is a person. Okay, that's human space. All right. So yeah, that's why it's a vector. I'm going fast because we covered this before, okay? What else? I'm kind of drawing blank, okay? With Saturday and all. Ah. Why don't we leave this subject for a second and maybe we talk about something else? Because copium channel, well, we can talk about it like forever, okay? And it's kind of getting old already, okay? Kind of getting bored. So let's change the subject, all right? And it was quite mathematical, like quantitative, right? So let's do some more qualitative stuff. Okay, let's forget about all this mathematics. We get back to it later, okay? Kind of round robin, we're circling different subjects and coming back to it later on. Circle. Okay, so let's talk more about qualitative stuff, non-mathematical stuff. Uh, we can think about really politics, okay? Religion, politics, they're the same thing, all right? It's an ideology, worship of ideology, idolatry, or so. Christianity, yeah, they happen to believe in Bible God, so but in essence, it's not that different from any other religions or even idolatries or even any political activism. They're all the same. Okay, it's concepts preying on people. Ideology eats people. Okay, we people are food of ideologies. They prey on us. Prey on us. Good ideology, bad ideology. They all eat people. Okay. Many times it wipes out the identity. Like you as a person, you have many different things. You may be a father, you may be a carpenter, and so you have profession as a carpenter. You're a father, and you're a husband. Then you are putting on many different identities. Okay, like you change clothings. One time you wear a t-shirt, the other day you wear a jacket. You change your clothings, right? So something like that, right? So you have many identities as a father, as a husband, as a carpenter, as a Republican, as a American citizen, as a man, your gender, as a white man, your race. There are many identities, okay? But some ideologies just tend to just devour one person and wipe out all the other identity components, okay? So identity can be thought of as a set, ordered set, because you have priorities, right? What is the most let's say your ID, well, it's kind of mathematical again, but well, at least it's not copium channel anymore, right? What's your identity? Okay, it's a an ordered set, which means it's kind of like a vector a little bit. Okay, let's say you are. What's the most important to you? Probably being a father, right? You being a father. What's second most important thing? Probably being a good husband. Okay, and then politics come later. Then you're a Republican. Is that more important than being a Christian, or what's more important to you? It depends on people, right? Let's say it really depends on. We're gonna the list will go very long, so we are going to be more frugal with the space. So your ID, your identity, is equal to first. The most important thing to you is probably your father, then your husband. You love your wife, but you love your kids more than you love your wife. Okay. I'm just giving you an example, okay? I'm not saying it's the right thing to do or wrong thing to do. I'm just giving you an example, okay? So, for illustration purpose, everybody different priorities. So, your father, your husband, and what's the third most important thing? Maybe you're Christian, okay? So, your church, Christian, your religion, probably is third priority to you, and then your Republican Party, probably you're an American citizen, probably that's more important than you being a Republican, okay? You're an American citizen and your citizenship, your patriotism, and then maybe next is your Republicanism, Conservative Party, Libertarian, whatnot, your politics, okay? And then maybe your hobby, your extracurricular activity, like hunting, fishing, whatnot, right? The list goes on and on, okay? Then one day, you are infected with gayism, ideology of gayism, okay? So one day, suddenly it wipes out everything, every other component of identity. It overpowers. Because gayism is a predatory ideology. It's not something benign. No, it's malignant, like cancer. Okay, just look how fast it spreads. Just like AIDS. Okay, so physical world kind of mirrors metaphysical world too. Okay, it goes both ways. All right. So Jesus said, you can tell a tree by its fruit. What's the fruit of gayism? AIDS. All right. Promiscuity, male gay promiscuity, AIDS, death. All right. Female. What's the fruit of lesbianism? Ugliness. Look at all the lesbians. They used to be very beautiful women, but they're infected with gayism, lesbianism. So they put on this style of lesbian style, which is very ugly. It's because it's an unclean, ugly spirit, or some male feminism, bad feminism. Yeah, bad style. Those women all used to be very beautiful once. Okay, or many for decades. Then they are infected with this male feminism, bad feminism, and then they all look the same. Short hair, loose pants, obesity, tattoos, piercings, walk and talk like dudes. Yeah, those male feminists, lesbianists. Yeah. Okay, because that's lesbianism style, male feminism style. Okay, so that's why they all look the same. So gaydar, gay radar, no need. Everybody knows what that person is. lesbian or male feminist, because they all look the same. Okay, because it wipes out your identity. It dominates every. It dominates you. It engulfs you. It swallows you up. So your individuality, your individual identity is gone. So gayism is not about identity. It's about killing the identity. Okay, it's the opposite. It's self-contradiction, right? That's another yet another strong evidence that it's an evil ideology. All right, so that's why gayism is something extremely evil. Okay, so something very destructive. It destroys you. It destroys your identity. It fools you. That's what devil does. Devil is a deceiver. It lies. I don't blame you if you are infected with gayism, because you're just innocent person, and it's just that you are being the victim of the devil that God created. So can we blame God then? No, he can do whatever he wants with you. He owns you, he created you, so he can do whatever he wants. That's why God is absolute, at least according to the Bible. And so yeah, humanology again apply logical principle to Bible in the interpretation of Bible. Because humanology admires Bible, and it takes logical approach to Bible, right? So and okay, this identity and is there anything else? Maybe it's a good time to take a break. It's not been 30 minutes yet, but it's Saturday and all, so we'll take it easy today, okay? So let's take a break. Maybe something will come up. Okay. So we're back. There was a rather short break, and so I'm kind of drawing still blank. I'm not sure what I should be talking about anymore. Uh, I mean, yeah, maybe I could talk about something, my personal life. Yeah, I'm busy with this new job and enjoying it. So I don't really have much time to think. Just work, and I don't exercise as often as I used to as a computer programmer. And so I don't dance as often. I don't sing as often. Um, yeah. Oh yeah, we forgot one thing. Career, your job. So you have your religion, your father, your husband, your Christian. Let's okay. Let's just continue to talk about identity. Okay, your father, your husband. We're gonna make it more general. All right, you're a parent. Your parenthood, and you're a spouse. Your marriage life. What's the third important thing? Maybe your religion. Then maybe your politics. You can be Democrat. I have nothing against Democrats. Okay, I'm more like half and half, kind of in the middle of the road. And your politics, religion, then maybe your profession, your career. Okay, and then maybe your hobby, and so on. List goes on and on. Okay. Okay. So and the priority they changes. You change. You're not the same person like 10 years ago. It's natural that you change. You don't look the same as 10 years ago, right? Your mentality is not the same 10 years ago. It's not a bad thing. Maybe it's not a good thing either, because you can change it for the better or worse. All right. It's just the way it is. Okay, change is the only constant in life. Somebody said that. I didn't make it up. Somebody said it. I'm just quoting it. I don't know who said it. All right. Change is the only constant in life. Okay, so yeah, it's something natural. Maybe we can talk about less of science but more artistic things. Yeah, nature is very beautiful to us. Why? Bible's explanation is this: God created the world and it was beautiful, and God created. There was like 5 days, right? Over 5 days, yeah, He created all the objects, plants, animals. The sixth day, He created human being, and God said it was very beautiful. Okay, so we are like human beings are like masterpiece of God. God loves human beings because we are made after His own image. So it's kind of narcissistic. Okay, so yeah, God created man first, Adam, right? And then from Adam's bone, he created Eve, all right, a woman. And yeah, both men and women in God's eyes, they're very beautiful, okay? And uh, yeah, yeah, I love all races, okay? But I especially love black people and white people, okay? Probably because I'm brown. Kind of, we are in the middle, okay? We are neither black nor white. We're kind of in the middle. So yeah, black people, white people, they're very, very beautiful people, okay? Men and women, they're all beautiful, okay? They're very beautiful people. So yeah, I'm blessed that I'm in America. So I don't want to leave this country. I said like, yeah, I was pissed. If this country wanna kick me out, oh, I'm out of here. But I prefer not to. Okay, and yeah, I love this racial diversity. I love every single race in this country. That's what's great about America. It's just that we want to respect. We need to respect the boundary, sexual boundary, because yeah, marriage. I really want to talk about marriage. Okay, so what is a good marriage in the eyes of humanology? What's ideal marriage? First of all, fornication is this teenage sex, teenage dating, any sexuality that involves teenagers, like high schoolers, middle schoolers, high school sweetheart, whatnot, is fornication in the eyes of humanology. It's something illegitimate. Because sex is a very powerful drug. It gets you very high. Okay, so after that, after sex, there comes this painful things. So you get high, then you young couple they fight, divorce, breakup, whatnot. Okay, because sex is such a high pleasure, this goes deep down too. This magnitude, this amplitude is equal. It's symmetrical, kind of anti-symmetrical, whatnot. Yeah, it's about same size. So teenagers can handle this big pleasure, okay, but they cannot handle this big pain. That's why a lot of teenage dating end up in murder, suicide, or school dropout, or unwanted pregnancy, and they ruin their life, ruin their career because they are not ready to handle this. Okay, the big negative copium pain comes after sex. They get confused. They go to counselors and they see psychologists. Whatnot. They take drug and yeah, no teenage dating. Okay, teenagers should not be allowed to date. Okay, I'm talking about people under 18. If you are 18 and more, yeah, then if you are senior in a high school, yeah, maybe. Okay, but if you are 17 and under, you should never date. You should not hold hands or date or have sex. No, you should be in school or you should be at work, study, work, because you are too young. You are not ready for this pain that comes after sex. Okay, and yeah, fornication. Teenage sex is fornication. Period. All right. I'm talking about 17 and under. 18 and over, it may be okay. All right. So, yeah, what's ideal marriage in the eyes of humanology? First, you have to be opposite sex. Second, you have to be same race. Third, you have to be 25 and older. Okay. All right. The ideal marriage. Okay. Yeah, same race, opposite sex. Both of you are mature and both of you are single. Okay, no adultery. Okay, adultery is bad. And also, both of you are committed, monogamous. Okay, because promiscuity is also fornication. All right, adultery. Okay, it's bad. Yes, there are several criteria. Because we want to preserve the racial diversity, okay? We don't want to wipe out the white people. They are very vulnerable race. We talked about this zillions times, so we're not going to go there, okay? So, yeah, marriage and how about arts? Let's more talk about nature, okay? Something natural, like I think one of my neighbors left probably a hunter. Probably he hunted many animals and probably killed more animals than he can eat. So I don't know who that is, but somebody left I think it's a quail or a ptarmigan, a small bird. It's not that small. It's about size of slightly less than chicken. Okay, so he left that bird at my door. So yeah, I appreciate the gesture and I thank that person. I don't know if it's a man or a woman. Probably a man, right? Yeah, I'm grateful. They probably know I'm Asian, and in my neighborhood, it's mostly white people. And yeah, there's some blacks, some Asians, but mostly white people. So yes, I appreciate that. Okay, so it's a very Alaska kind of backcountry kind of neighborhood, and they know I'm Asian, and so yeah, I appreciate the gesture, but I had to throw it away because I don't have time to like gut it and plug all the feathers. I know how to do it, okay, but I just don't have time to do it. Okay, so yeah, I had to throw it away. All right, but like hunting, I think it's fun hobby. Okay, I'm not against it. So Americans do all those things. They ride on ATV, all-terrain vehicle, and they go voting. I mean boating, not voting. Voting is good. Election, yeah, it's good. Boating, like they have boats and they have airplanes, all motorcycle, car, and all those activity, hobby. But like they go fishing, hunting, and they have dogs, cats. Okay, I'm gonna say something very that would make me very unpopular. Well, I'm unknown, so I cannot really become popular or unpopular because nobody is watching this anyway. But yeah, if they watch Americans watch this, it will probably make me even more unpopular. I probably, if they have watched my episode, probably I'm already unpopular because I say many negative things about what's wrong with this country and what they are doing wrong. But it's because I love America and Americans. I want to make them better. Okay, I never love people as they are. I want to improve people. Okay, I want to change them for the better. Okay, I want them to exercise. I want them to exercise, diet, and I want them to be have more backbones and be more intelligent, logical. Okay, so but another criticism is that I think all these pets, hunting, fishing, I think that's kind of waste of time. Okay, I think the time is better spent in exercise. If you go hunting, fishing, yeah, you move around a little bit, but I would rather recommend them to run, okay, or build muscle, do muscle, weightlifting, running, swimming, bicycling, dancing, martial arts. That's what I would rather recommend them to do, rather than spending money and time on, you know, dogs and cats and I love. Don't get me wrong. I love dogs and cats, and they're beautiful. And I enjoy watching other people's pets in their cars, in the street, in my neighborhood. Yeah, it's beautiful. Like free rider. I benefit from their pets because I love watching them. But I think it's better if they just spend more time on exercise and diet and dancing, martial arts, okay, rather than those, because you only have so much time. If you go hunting, fishing, you don't have time to run or swim or weightlifting, okay. So those exercise like cardio, intense exercise, I think that's what they should be focusing on for their own health, okay. Because I want everybody to be beautiful as possible. Okay, I want women to have long hair and uh, they can wear pants. That's fine, but it's better be fashionable. Like I would love to see women wearing ripped jeans, like on their thigh, calf, knee. Yeah, it's very seductive kind of. Yeah, it's just beautiful because women's legs are very beautiful. Okay, or they can put on very tight jeans. Okay, or they can put on skirts, short skirts, long skirts, but they have to be fit. They need to exercise, cardio, okay, not much muscle, unless they are over 50, then yeah, you do need to do weight training, okay, because you want to strengthen your bone and prevent muscle loss, bone loss, bone weight, muscle weight loss, okay. So yeah, if you are over 45, yeah, you should start doing weightlifting if you are a woman or man, okay. Men, you should do weight training no matter how old or young you are. You have to do weight training, period, if you're a man. And I would rather see men wearing loose pants. I don't want to see men in tight pants. That's just, I don't think that look good on men, okay? Yeah, but women, I want them to wear either tight pants or ripped pants or skirts, okay? But not loose pants, okay? Men should have muscle, women should be fit, thin, slender, slim. That's how all women should be. All right, so men and women, they should all do proper diet and exercise. Okay, that's what I would like to see. That's what, it's not just me, that's what everybody wants to see too. So model type, it's not some social conditioning like feminists and lesbians say. No, it's biology, it's something absolute. Beauty, there's this saying, old adage, beauty is to the eyes of beholder. Humanology is against that. Okay, because that's just an excuse for ugly people. Oh yeah, I'm not ugly. It's just you. Some other people think I'm beautiful. No. Okay. Beauty is something biological and evolutionary. I'm talking about sexual beauty. Okay. It has nothing to do with relativity. It's absolute. Okay. Beauty is something that's absolute. It's a biology. It's about health. All right. So it has nothing to do with some relative like individualistic thing. No, no. If you are ugly to me, you are ugly to everybody. If you are beautiful to me, you're beautiful to everybody. Everybody thinks the same way. If I see that girl, she's beautiful to me, then she's beautiful to everybody. Probably she has a boyfriend already. Because the beautiful girl, like slender girl, they're the first to go. Because every man wants her. Alright? It's that simple. Okay, what men are popular? Rich guys, rich men. Men with a lot of money, power, fame. They're the first to go because every woman wants him. Okay, so girls having a lot of money or intelligence, we don't care. We guys don't care about her money. We only care whether she's slender or young, whatever. Okay, how healthy she is. And guys being all handsome and girls don't care about that. Guys having a lot of muscle, handsome face, no, fashionable, girls don't care. They only care about money, okay? Like fat men like Harvey Weinstein or Donald J. Trump, girls want them. They're fat, they're obese. They don't care. Girls don't care about how fat he is. All they care is about is money. Okay, so yeah, so Harvey Weinstein and Donald J. Trump, they had sex with a lot of women when they were married because their wives, they tolerate that stuff. Okay, because he's rich and he can just live off of being his wife. It's a free lunch, right? So yeah, they tolerate. They don't like it, but they do tolerate their rich husband's adultery. Okay, and so yeah, Jesus talked about all this. He talked about mammon, but at the same time, Jesus was a very rich man. We talked about this a couple of episodes ago, maybe last episode, and he had a lot of followers. He has huge fame, and I'm sorry, I'm kind of repeating myself because I'm not being inspired. I have been overwhelmed by workload. So and today's Saturday, so nothing new. So I'm repeating myself. So but yeah, Jesus, his teachings, I think, is true, and I do think he's God sent, and I admire his wisdom and his teachings, and but at the same time, he didn't quite work. He didn't have to go to medical school like today's medical doctors do. He didn't study, and he didn't have to do all this operation, and he just laid his hand, and suddenly all the problem of that person is gone, medical problem and otherwise. So yeah, Jesus didn't really work. Okay, the rest of us, we people, ordinary human beings, not son of God, we work, and we don't become famous. Okay, Jesus, he didn't work, but he became famous. He got rich too. So in a way, rich people, famous people like Lady Gaga, Donald J. Trump, maybe they're better than Jesus. Okay, because no matter how obnoxious they are, they worked. They kind of worked hard to get what they have. And Jesus, he never worked. Maybe 40 days and 1 day of crucifixion, but that was about it. But he got it's more famous and more popular than Donald J. Trump and Lady Gaga combined. Okay, I despise both of them, Lady Gaga and Donald J. Trump. I despise them. They disgust me. Okay, again, I'm half conservative and half liberal, so Donald J. Trump, I don't like him. He's conservative. Lady Gaga, she's liberal. I don't like him either. I don't like her either. Okay, they're all sellouts. Okay, but at least they worked very hard to get there, to get where they are, right? But Jesus never did. He never worked hard. But he's more popular and more famous than Lady Gaga and Donald J. Trump combined. Okay, so I don't think Jesus deserved that much credit. Okay, yeah, we should appreciate his teachings, but to praise him, I would not praise Jesus. Okay, because I refuse to praise Jesus. Okay, because all his wisdom, he got handed down to him. He got everything that he got was handed down to him. Okay, because he's the Son of God. Unlike us, earthlings. All right, so I'm kind of being poetic here. Okay, uh, yeah, he suffered just 1 day crucifixion, but we get crucified every single day. We talked about this last time briefly. Sometimes you work very hard, but you don't get praised, you don't get rewarded, you get punished for it. Jesus got that too, but we just once, 1 day of crucifixion, that's it. We go through that many times in life. We do something good, we work for the justice, the righteousness, we do what is right. What do we get? We get blamed, we get punished, we get falsely accused. I've been through that many times in my life. Okay, I work very hard to benefit people, and I don't get recognized or rewarded. But sometimes there's just nothing, no punishment, no reward, just no recognition. Okay, after all the hard work that I have done, I get nothing. Okay, it happened many times in my life. Sometimes I have worked so hard and in order to make things better for the cause of righteousness and justice, I get punished for it. That has happened. that those kind of things happened to me many times, not once, many times. Okay, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying like it is. Okay, and I know it's not just me. Okay, it, it's humanology. It's common pattern. We talked about this before in the combinatorial enumeration. Yeah, it's a fairly common pattern. It happens everywhere, not just in America or Korea. Everywhere, in any era, over all the time and space, across the space of different countries and across all the time of human history, like Middle Age, Paleolithic age, whatnot. Yeah, it's some recurring theme. Okay. But what do I have after all the hard work, diligence, and struggle for justice and all? Yeah, I get to keep my job. I get to pay my bills. I'm not in any debt. I have a house. I have a job. I have a car. Yeah, I'm grateful. I can be content and I'm reasonably happy. Okay, I'm not unhappy. I'm grateful to God. I'm grateful to Jesus. I'm grateful to my ancestors, my parents, my past mentors, bosses, superiors who supported me to get this new job, who taught me life skills and wisdom. All my past friends, superiors, my parents, siblings, my relatives, everybody I have ever met, or people who I've never met, people who are dead long time ago, like philosophers. Yeah, they wrote books and I read them, and yeah, they will contributed to my life. And I'm very grateful to all of them. And I'm grateful to God, Jesus, okay, Buddha, Confucius, Muhammad, and you know, Zoroaster, Zarathustra, okay. I'm grateful to all of them, and I'm thanking all of them, and I thank you too, okay. So being there for me, you're not there for me yet, but I think you maybe you will be there for me. I don't know how long it will take, maybe a decade, a century, maybe after I'm dead, or maybe never, okay. But at least I imagine that you exist, audience. That's good enough for me. You don't even have to exist. I'm just happy that you may exist one day, okay. And I thank you beforehand, okay. And if you did not like any parts of this whole series, well, thank me later because it's gonna help you out eventually, okay. All right, it's Saturday, so let's just wrap it up here, okay. Thank you, bye.